This one video will change your life forever. Do you ever feel stuck? Like no matter what you do, nothing changes. You want a better life, but something keeps you in the same place. Stay with me until the end, because today you will practice listening. Learn new vocabulary and reflect on how small steps every day can make a big difference. In this video, you will practice English listening with a story, learn key vocabulary, and try some speaking practice. This is level A2 to B1, so it's perfect if you already understand basic English but want to grow faster. And because I want you to improve even faster, I have prepared a free practice exercise for you. Check the description box below, click the link, and complete the activity after this video. It will help you review vocabulary and speaking. Why do most people stay stuck? Most people don't fail because they are not smart enough or not talented enough. They fail because they stay in the same place, repeating the same habits, the same excuses, and the same fears. They wait for the perfect time to change, but that perfect time never comes. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of discomfort create invisible walls. These walls keep people trapped, even though the door is open. The truth is, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to change your life, you need 3 powerful pillars. Mindset. The way you think creates the way you live. If you believe you can grow, you will find ways to grow. If you believe you are stuck, you will always stay stuck. A growth mindset says, I am not perfect yet, but I can learn, I can improve, I can get better. Habits. Big goals are built on small actions. Success is not one giant leap. It's the small steps you repeat every day. Wake up earlier. Read a page. Speak 1 English sentence. Smile at 1 new person. Tiny habits, done daily, build a new version of you. Resilience. Life will hit you. People will doubt you. You will make mistakes. But resilience means you rise again every time you fall. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Every successful person has failed more times than the average person has even tried. So how do you start today? You don't need to wait for Monday or January 1st or the perfect moment. Start now. Take 1 step today. Ask yourself, what is 1 small action that moves me closer to my better self? Maybe it's saying hello in English. Maybe it's writing 1 sentence. Maybe it's reading 1 page of a book. Don't underestimate these small actions, because small actions, repeated daily, create unstoppable momentum. Remember this. Transformation is not about changing your life in 1 day. It's about choosing, every single day, not to stay stuck. If you can take 1 brave step today, tomorrow you will already be stronger than yesterday. That is how real change begins. Listen to the first story. Xavier was a young man who hit rock bottom. He failed his university entrance exam, and for months, he carried the weight of disappointment. His parents were worried. His friends were moving forward, and Xavier felt left behind. He thought, maybe I am not smart enough. Maybe I will never succeed. For weeks, he did nothing. He stayed in his room, scrolling on his phone, avoiding people. The world felt heavy, and his confidence was gone. One evening, while walking outside to clear his mind, Xavier saw a group of kids playing basketball. They laughed, shouted, and encouraged each other. Something inside him clicked. He realized, I used to love basketball. I used to love learning. I gave up on myself too soon. That night, Xavier made a decision. Not to change everything in 1 day, but to take 1 small step. He picked up his old English notebook and wrote just 1 new word. The next day, he wrote another. Soon, 1 word became 1 sentence. 1 sentence became 1 page. Weeks passed. Slowly, Xavier started to feel different. His notebook was filling with practice. His confidence was growing. He applied the same habit to exercise, just 10 push-ups a day. 1 year later, Xavier looked back. He hadn't become perfect, but he had become stronger, smarter, and more confident. He realized the truth. Rock bottom was not his ending. It was the place where he learned to start again. 1 small step at a time. Vocabulary. Failure means when you don't succeed. Foundation means the base, the beginning. Confidence means belief in yourself. Speaking practice. Repeat after me. Failure is not the end. Failure is not the end. Failure is not the end. I can rebuild my life. I can rebuild my life. I can rebuild my life. Small steps create big change. Small steps create big change. Small steps create big change. Roleplay. Imagine your friend feels hopeless. Encourage them. Don't give up. This can be your new beginning. Now listen to the second story. Clara was a young woman who felt stuck in life. Every morning, she pressed the snooze button again and again. She went to work late, felt tired all day, and came home only to sit in front of the TV. Deep inside, she wanted more energy, more happiness, more purpose, but she didn't know how to start. One evening, Clara walked into her bathroom. She looked at herself in the mirror. Her eyes looked tired. Her smile was gone. She whispered, "If I don't change, nothing will change." That simple sentence was powerful. It felt like the mirror was telling her the truth. The next morning, Clara tried something different. Instead of sleeping late, she woke up just 15 minutes earlier. She stretched her body and did a short walk outside. It was only 10 minutes, but it gave her fresh air and a little bit of energy. On the second day, she added one more habit. She wrote 3 small things she was grateful for. I have a job. I have a best friend. I have food to eat. At first, it felt silly, but after 1 week, her list grew longer. She began to notice the good things in her life. Slowly, her days changed. Clara smiled more often. Her coworkers noticed her positive energy. She started to talk to people with more confidence. One small decision in front of the mirror had started a chain of change in her life. Clara learned an important truth. Real transformation does not happen overnight. It begins the moment you decide to take responsibility. The mirror showed her reality, but her actions created a new future. Vocabulary. Mirror means glass you look into. Grateful means thankful. Responsibility means accepting that change starts with you. Speaking practice. Repeat after me. If I don't change, nothing will change. If I don't change, nothing will change. If I don't change, nothing will change. I take responsibility for my life. I take responsibility for my life. I take responsibility for my life. Gratitude gives me energy. Gratitude gives me energy. Gratitude gives me energy. Role play. Imagine you are the woman. Look in the mirror and say, "Today, I choose to change." Now listen to the third story. 2 friends, Daniel and Marco, shared the same dream. Both wanted a better life. Both wanted more freedom, more opportunities, and more happiness. At the beginning, they were the same. They talked about their big goals almost every night. But slowly, their choices began to look very different. Daniel stayed in excuses. Every time he thought about studying or practicing, he told himself, "I'm too busy. I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week, and next week became next month. He spent hours scrolling on his phone, playing games, and waiting for the perfect time to start. But the perfect time never came. After 5 years, nothing had changed. Daniel was still in the same place, feeling stuck and frustrated. Marco made a different decision. He committed to growth. He didn't wait for motivation. He built discipline. Even when he was tired, he practiced English for just 10 minutes. Even when he felt nervous, he talked to new people. He read books, joined free online classes, and tried new skills. Each small step made him a little bit stronger. 5 years later, Marco's life looked completely different. He had better job opportunities because his English had improved. He had new friends from different countries because he was brave enough to start conversations. He had more confidence because he chose action over excuses. The difference between Daniel and Marco was simple. One chose excuses, the other chose growth. And in the end, their futures were not the same. Vocabulary. Excuses means reasons to avoid action. Commit means to promise and stay consistent. Growth means personal development, becoming better. Speaking practice. Repeat after me. Excuses change nothing. Excuses change nothing. Excuses change nothing. I commit to growth. I commit to growth. I commit to growth. My life can look different in 5 years. My life can look different in 5 years. My life can look different in 5 years. Roleplay. Tell your future self one promise. For example, I will not wait. I will start today. Reflection. Which story do you connect with the most? The young man who rebuilt from failure? The woman who chose to change in the mirror? Or the friend who committed to growth? Remember, transformation is not magic. It is mindset, habits, and resilience. Your future is waiting. But you must decide, excuses or growth. If you want to grow faster, check the free practice exercise in the description. It will help you review today's vocabulary and speaking. And don't forget to like this video if it inspired you. Share it with a friend who needs encouragement. Subscribe for more stories that improve your English and your life. Your life can change. Your English can grow. And it all starts today.